What an atmosphere at the Wollongong Showground as the Steelers make their way on in front of this big local crowd. The fireworks light up the skies all around the Wollongong district, and it showers down, and what a tremendous atmosphere. It's a Lang Park type atmosphere at the Wollongong Showground tonight. It really is terrific. And that certainly reminds us of the Seoul Olympics a year and a half ago, but that is the steelworks at Port Kembla helping to light up the skies as the Bulldogs arrive.
They're going to do it tough. That marvellous support from this big crowd here for the Steelers. You can tell who's not at home tonight. And parachuters are landing still on the ground. A super atmosphere. It really is building up into a big match. So much colour, as I said before, like a grand final. Crowd, maybe 10 or 11, 12,000 even here. Illawarra at home against Canterbury on missing Friday night football. Sit back, it's going to be a wonderful start to this game. Bill Harrigan is the man in control. And he will be out to try and settle down the play early on in front of this big crowd. Harrigan gets us underway. Wishart gets it nicely into the air. It sits there. It's going to be put straight back. Canterbury players getting in each other's road there. It comes down for Ebb, who was forced to run because Robinson had been behind Farrar when he kicked it. Terry Lamb with a solid hit. Interesting to see how these Steelers forwards perform. Still listen to the fireworks above here against this Canterbury pack. Harrigan's got them inside the 5. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Dean Payne having a few things to say to some of the Steelers players. The fireworks are still erupting here. Oh, look out. Look out.
Bloody hell. Thank God they're on our side.
Well, it didn't upset that man. Looking rather stern, Chris Anderson.
Well, I just hope we get an opportunity to see this young Rod Wishart in action tonight out in the wing and the goal kicker for the side. He's proven himself a budding champion in my view. I just hope we can see him to good advantage out on the wing and give him some free room, but it's not a real great night for open, free and easy football. The ground conditions are slippery and there's still a lot of water around, although the groundsman's done marvellously well to get it as good as it is right now.
Wishart has kicked 11 from 18 in 1990. Nice early chance for him. About 33, 34 out. Just waits it. He waits it nicely. Great start for the Steelers at home. They lead 2-0. Very noisy crowd here. About 5 metres out from the Steelers line. Schifilliti can't get down. Now he does. This Canterbury pack looking very edgy. A little bit of an argument in the front row with Gillespie and Jones. Harrigan warns them both to settle down. Away for the Steelers. Delaney lost it. Is it a try? It is. Oh, that's the error of the year. A metre out from their own line. Lamb just picked it up and fell over. Oh, how easy.
Well, I'm absolutely astonished at that, even flabbergasted. That's an astonishing mistake for a little halfback to make. Just threw the ball straight along the ground, and Terry Lamb, who's always on for the shock try, even if he has to steal it from the opposition. Watch this, the ball slipped out of his hands. I said it wasn't great conditions tonight. He picked it up well. He made the momentum, got over the line, and that's a shock try to Canterbury. I don't think Terry Lamb's ever scored a simpler try in his life than that. Didn't even have to take a tackle. Well, I had top of the hit list in my notes tonight was ball slippery tonight. Ball must be taken into the body for safety, not just into the hands. Well, we've seen the danger of that already.
Now he's got a smile out of Anderson. Unbelievable. Never seen anything like that before in a game of rugby league. That's how simple it can be. 6 from 10 attempts this season for Lamb. Strikes it well, but he pushes it wide. But the Bulldogs have bounced back now, and they lead 4 points to 2.
Farrar again looking to kick, but the defence chasing him and pulling him down. That's Rodwell leading that, and it's come back, and Lamb is able to get it away somehow. And good defence from the Steelers. Robinson forced to play just outside the quarter, and Alchin a dummy half with the kick down for Ebb. Across the halfway mark and 10 metres inside Canterbury's half. Now Delaney, and the penalties come the Steelers' way. Canterbury defence inside the 5 metres. A similar position, and you know that crowd is following it just by the noise they're making tonight. A similar position for Wishart, from which he kicked the first goal.
It's almost as if Manly were playing here, isn't it?
1 from 1 for Wishart. No, the boos would be louder if it was Manly.
Well, they probably would too. We're a much-loved team.
This ground is in terrific condition when you consider that about 15 inches of rain fell, and there was doubt that we'd get the game underway. We couldn't get that scaffolding in for a long time, but we've got to thank Willie's boys from down here around the Wollongong area for some terrific work in getting that scaffolding up and enabling the telecast to go ahead. Thanks, boys. It was great work. Typical of the support you get from the Wollongong area. Now Rod Wishart, 32 metres out. Doesn't hit it particularly well. He can't add the 2 points. So that score will remain at 4-2 for the Bulldogs. And strong defence from the Steelers has kept Canterbury in there in goal.
Yes, well, Craig Dean got a pretty good introduction to first-grade football. He appeared to take that very well and looked to be running strongly to get back into the field of play, but they drove him back about 3 metres.
So that down again for Ebb, and he's immediately given it away to Wishart. Rodwell is a dummy half on his own. And Schifilliti. Put it away for Carberry. They've coughed it up again, the Steelers. Kevin Moore's been able to pick it up for Canterbury. Rodwell's taken him. So certainly handling problems for the Illawarra side. I know, Graham, you mentioned they were playing with the football. I think they should be playing with super glue. Certainly need something. Ebb. Taken well. Got away from Lamb. Now keeping it alive with Wishart. Over the halfway mark. Rod Wishart showing a nice step. Very popular young man down on the Wollongong area. Now, can the Steelers string some passes together? Let's see what they can do. Jones, 30 metres away. Raked back by Canterbury. The penalty's going to go to the Steelers, though.
Well, the ball appeared to be on the ground there. I'm not altogether sure that the referee was completely correct in that ruling. The criteria is your foot can't be raised until the ball's on the ground, then you can lash with the ball. Maybe he judged it to be dangerous kicking, who knows, but certainly the criteria of the play the ball weren't up in the air there.
Rodwell selected to find touch. Let's see what the Steelers can do now inside the Canterbury-Bankstown quarter.
Well, they've got to sustain some pressure to start with. They've got to do that.
Here's Wishart. Very involved in the play, this winger. Now, keeping it alive better this time with Rodwell. 12 metres out. Away goes Piccinelli. getting their way closer to the line, and they've lost it, but this time lost behind. It's come back for Delaney. Delaney with a high floating pass for Fritz, and Fritz had no chance in the world of getting to that.
Well, that's coming in on a wing and a prayer, that sort of pass. I mean, that was a 35-metre hoist. That was there was no way it went anywhere near the intended player. That's just playing it by ear. That's not good enough.
Canterbury with the feed. Again, Schifilliti can't get down into the scrum. It went on without him. Robinson. Reminder that Big League official program of the New South Wales Rugby League is available to all newsagents this week. As Canterbury come up with a penalty. And there's a special feature on Cronulla's Andrew Eddinghausen this week. And also Maxi Krilich. An article from him. He believes Penrith Alexander could oust Belcher for the #1 spot in the Kangaroo Tour this year. That is a big ask. Read all about it in Big League.
Just on that subject of fullbacks and so forth, I think they've totally forgotten Jonathan Docking and Gary Worth in their concept of Alexander for representative football after one match. I just find that a bit hard to believe.
Yeah, fair enough, I think. Alchin. Lamb. Back for Farrar. Pay. Midfield and 40 metres out from the Steelers line. Dunn. Seem to be just setting for a specified play, Canterbury. Here it comes now with Thomas. Ball that was difficult to take in the end. Langmack's got it. They did well to control it. Corcoran stepping his way through. Nilly. Last tackle against Canterbury. Lamb. He's going to put up a bomb. It's going to come down for Fritz. Who wants it? Fritz takes it well back to the borderline. Nice play under pressure.
Yes, absolutely beautiful. The young man climbed high there, very, very high. Fritz, number 40, replacement tonight, came in, and he really stood his ground on that occasion. They were coming through like the charge of the Light Brigade at Balaclava.
Rodwell back to the 22. They're going to kick on the first tackle. They want to get out of their own danger area. Steelers, says the crowd. Alchin taken. Kevin Moore's back there quickly. He uses up Craig Dean. Smith. Gillespie. This Canterbury pack, Peter Sterling, starting to climb back into some of their best form.
Yes, they certainly are, and this is the man who's helping them.
Well, we'll come back to you in a minute as Corcoran is put through in a gap. Now they've got the Steelers on the back pedal. Moore's waiting for it. Langmack. He's going to attempt the bomb. This time, it will come down for Ebb. He lost it. 6 more tackles. Here is real problems now. Alchin stepping as Gene Pay, and stepping strongly. He takes 3 defenders with him. They must have shortened the line somewhere. That'll be a Canterbury penalty reaching out in the ruck against Piccinelli.
Yes, clearly you can see he came through and grappled with the dummy half there. That's an area that he's not allowed to get into from being the marker.
Still doing plenty of talking, Langmack.
What else is new?
There's a good crowd here at Wollongong. Tremendous crowd. This Nissan Friday night match. 10 metres out, Lamb, and Millie in front. He makes no bones about it. Canterbury stretch their lead. 6 points to 2 here over the Steelers.
Steelers still really battling to control the football. And here's a clean break. A clean break set by the Canterbury-Bankstown side. Smith looking for support now. Found Alchin. Inside the corner. Trouble now for the Steelers. Here come the Bulldogs again with Langmack. Joe Thomas got involved. He got the pass away to Terry Lamb. Terry Lamb's got Robinson with him. And that is in the end a very, very easy try. So Canterbury-Bankstown move further ahead.
Yes, well, the bust was made midfield, and it was always going to be on here because he just churned his way through the middle of the ruck. This is the latter part of it. Thomas held the pass up, gave it to Lamb. Lamb had Robinson outside. You see, now he is never a selfish player, Lamb, so on the other occasion over the other side of the field, when he looked to have support, I'm sure that he had players interposing. But here, he did exactly right. Langmack did exactly right. Stood his ground, gave the pass quickly. Thomas had to draw somebody. He did. Lamb, as you saw, hesitated, looked outside. Robinson was there, and the winger scores a simple, very simple try. Not great credit for wingers, but that's very good teamwork. Everybody looked. Everybody did the thing that they were expected to do. Good stuff.
Mike Robinson, the try scorer. Good view of this, and he's pushed it out to the left, so he can't have the extras. The score remains Canterbury-Bankstown 10 and Illawarra 2. About 10 metres away from the Steelers line. Moore, Lamb. A floater out there for Darren Smith. Back comes Thomas, now Dunn, now Thomas. Thomas steps, oh, a try. Joe Thomas stepping off the right foot. He's a hooker, folks, and moving like a centre three-quarter. Chris Anderson doesn't smile, but you can bet your life he's pleased with his effort from his hooker.
Well, he damn well should after that. That was a beautiful bit of rugby league. We've seen everything here. Alchin goes cross-field beautifully. Makes the good mark there with Gillespie. There's Joey Thomas deciding he's going to step off the right foot, does the big side step. He should be dropped from the hookers union, of course, after that. But really first class. Dunn was there. And there's Thomas looking outside, then going back on the inside. Filled the opposition. Dead easy. Here we are again. This is Alchin starting the run. He starts them going diagonally forward. There's Big Dunn leaving in. Just gives the pass at exactly the right time, and Thomas decides, I've got it with room to move, I'll step. So he did, and they scored right underneath the post, add another 6.
And Joe Thomas continues his good form. And listen, player profile for you. And he's presented Terry Lamb with a very simple conversion attempt from right in front. Lamb does the honours. So the 6-pointer for Canterbury, they lead 16 points to 2 over the Illawarra Steelers. Threatened only on a couple of occasions. And the crowd here, this very large crowd, is sitting very silent at the moment. Ebb, right on his own line. Canterbury defenders chasing the kick well. Here's Delaney again. Ducked under a couple of tackles and took it past the quarter line.
And threw a few of his own players.
Now Rodwell. And the penalty has gone to Canterbury.
Yeah, a bit of shepherding. Yeah, see it here again. Now there he runs directly behind Hanson, the replacement, and he does a little jink behind him. So the referee had little option there but to penalise the Illawarra side. I think he's been, Mr. Harrigan has been very laudable to the Illawarra team, really. I think there are a number of occasions he probably could have been a little bit more severe on them. But wanting to make a game of it and realising that they're probably outclassed slightly. It really is, I've got to say it like it is, it's like the professionals playing the amateurs. That's about the size of it at the moment. Now that's going to bring the wrath of doom down on my head, because all the Illawarra committee men will say that Nossett's got a jaundiced view of the Illawarra side. I don't, but I'm a realist. And it does look like the professionals playing the amateurs.
Now here's Terry Lamb. You saw he had kicked 2 from 3. He's right on the quarter line and makes no mistake with this one. Adds a couple of points to the tally. So it's now Canterbury-Bankstown 18 leading the Illawarra Steelers 2. Now Currie. The pass has gone astray. Steelers come up with it again. Wishart was able to get his hand to it. Currie straight across field. Links up with Keane. Now Delaney, change of direction. Come back for Jones. Now it's out for Ebb. Ebb's in the clear. The little kick over Alchin. Ebb is there. Ebb gets it, regathers and scores a fine individual try. The Steelers score. The fans love it.
Could you be in any doubt that Illawarra scored a try? 10,022 people suddenly found their voices. They've waited a long time for this. There was the play. This is around about the quarter line. Moved out there wide. Now there's Ebb. He saw a gap. He went back through. Cut back. Little kick over the top of Alchin. Won the race to the bouncing ball in the in-goal area. Always good stuff. Always that. He's got a little bit of pace too. A little bit of exceptional pace, this fella. He's very quick to get motivated. Very quick to get going. Now he does a nice little kick over the top. The ball went slightly off the right-hand side of his foot. We'll see that again. I don't know whether it was intentional. We'll see it again and just watch and see whether he did intend to kick the ball slightly to the right off the edge of his foot. Now watch it as he comes towards us. There's the little kick. Well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he was running one way and he wanted to kick it in a different direction slightly, and he certainly won the race to the ball. That's a good quick thinking try. Martin Ebb, the try scorer for the Illawarra side.
They've been threatening for a long time, and finally Ebb doing the honours, presenting Wishart with this shot about 12 or 13 metres in from touch. Look at this, we're right behind him, and it has just shaved the upright on the wrong side. Can't have the extras, so it's now Canterbury-Bankstown 18 and the Steelers 6.
18-6 with about 10 minutes to go as Canterbury clear it away. Bill, there's another change out there for the Steelers.
There's one change. Ian Russell, who was a replacement, in fact himself has been replaced by John Simon, 32. He's out of the 21s, and Canterbury getting two changes ready. Pay and Thomas will be coming off. Simpson and Cowell going on.
About 9 minutes to go, Bill. You give them a chance?
Well, there's always, while there's life, there's hope in football, Graham. I think that Canterbury have relaxed somewhat. They've become a bit complacent. They were ready to drive up Mount Ousley and take the 2 points. Illawarra thinking otherwise.
There come the Canterbury replacements. Now, 84 tackles. That's enough possession to win 2 football games easily for Illawarra in the opposition half. Quite an amazing statistic. Pay and Thomas off. Bill Harrigan's just waiting for the 2 Canterbury players to leave the field. Now time's back on for Kevin Moore to feed this scrum. Lamb. Oh. Some mistakes coming from Canterbury. This will be an Illawarra feed.
That was a dreadful pass, really. You can see where it was way behind Lamb, who had to turn his body full round and try to catch it behind him. That's how bad it was.
Delaney, Simon, run around. They lose about 15 metres. Rodwell. Straight up the middle they go. Jones. Simon stepping. Still stepping. Pops the ball back for Keane. Piccinelli threw it behind Hanson. Well, he said that player was offside. Was this ball knocked forward or did it go back?
Well, on the replay, it doesn't look as though it did.
Looked as though that might have been a tough call.
Yes, I think it was.
Dunn has played well for Canterbury. The crowd is getting rather restless. Alchin away for Farrar. Can't improve the situation. Last tackle. Off a stealer. Kick through again by Kevin Moore. They knock on. Canterbury will have the feed. Right on the quarter.
Yes, repetitive errors there. Illawarra player dropped the ball, was thrown forward, it was kicked back by a Canterbury player, then the next Illawarra player that tried to pick it up knocked it on as well.
So more with the scrum feed on the Steelers quarter. Alchin floated a long pass out there. Strong defence. Now Smith. Crowd starting to make their way towards the exit. There's a glimmer of hope for the Steelers midway through this half. That's beautiful. Nothing. It was going to be a beautiful pass. We're actually quite right. But it's still alive. Andrew Farrar's going to score on his own. And it ended up a try after a pass went to ground.
Yeah, that's very slack. Extremely slack. Ordinary looking play. And this is the point I started to get excited. I thought this was going to be a beautiful pass. It went completely behind the player that was running onto it, Alchin. Andrew Farrar picked it up, however, about 17 or 18 metres out through a couple of dummies and just went straight through and scored a try. He deserves it. He's played very well tonight in the utility role that he has with the Canterbury side as a part-time forward, part-time back. I'm only being facetious there because I've already explained that he's big and strong and he can play a forward's role when it's required. But he's certainly still got the pace to play in the backs, and I don't think his representative career is over by any means, contrary to the views of some journalists expressed in Sydney. Splendid try.
27 years of age, Andrew Farrar. And listen, player profile for you. And strikes it sweetly. Nice kick from Corcoran. Takes Canterbury to a lead now of 24-6 over the Steelers. Delaney and Kissell putting the hooker Schifilliti in the clear. Takes it over the halfway mark. And the penalty going the Steelers' way. Touch judges come on. And looks like a Canterbury player will be called out. Certainly wants to talk to somebody.
I don't think he wants to wish him many happy returns.
No, I don't think Mark Robinson is the player called over. May well have been holding a support player back. Nevertheless, he gets the speaking to.
The fellow that kicked that, Rodwell's put in a very big second half for Illawarra. A fair portion of it ill-directed, but he's done a lot of running. And he's looked pretty good.
Well, there we are, the full-time siren sounds, and the referee calls an end of proceedings. So in the end, a very easy win to the Canterbury-Bankstown side in front of a very parochial Steelers crowd. There is the score for you. 24-6, tries to Canterbury from Lamb, Robinson, Thomas and Farrar. Lamb kicked 3, Corcoran 1. The lone try to Illawarra scored by Ebb with Wishart kicking a goal. 24-6.